Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks. No Giannis Antetokounmpo in this one, so we thought, okay, it's going to be Dame time. Well, it was, but it was also Portis time, Brian.
I mean, this guy has the ability to get super hot. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, just admire it.
The Portis portal is open. I'm trying to think of what's the Dame time version of that.
Trademark, the Portis portal.
He pulled up for three again and again.
I remember earlier in the year, I referenced Nas Reed as the best big off the bench, and Perk reminded me about this guy right here, Bobby Portis. My man has been must-see buckets off the bench.
I just read his lips. He said something about Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
That's it. Third quarter here, under 7 minutes to go. Kevin Durant pulls for three. Then we have Devin Booker. His jumper, that would be good as well. So Phoenix, after trailing big in the first half, was able to really get themselves back in. Again, this is just the 27th game we've seen their big three play here, Austin.
They got to continue to figure that out. I want to see a point guard with them just to make the offense flow a little bit better. But, kind of like that guy.
See, I love anything that makes Austin go, ooh, that's always the shot you want to see Damian Lillard hit. Then the fourth quarter here, under 4 minutes to go. The Bucks up by 11 at this point. Dame Lillard, this is why they got him, to close. Step back, that's good. Lillard had 31 points to go with his 16 assists. The Bucks win easily without Giannis, 140, 129. Every time the Suns, they went into that lead, they just couldn't quite get over the hump. So the Suns lost this game really in the first half, I think. The Bucks tied an NBA record with 18 made threes in the first half. The Suns were just 3 for 13 from distance. But Kendrick Perkins, I hear you spy something.
I'm Kendrick Perkins, better known as Big Perk, and nothing gets past me. Freeze! Just when you thought it did get past me, there I am. I spy a problem. I spy it all. Carry the hell on. Hello, world. Happy Monday. And look, I'm not trying to be a guy that's going to beat on a dead horse and continue to shoot shots at Kevin Durant. Damn it, but the film don't lie. Women lie, men lie, but the film don't. And look, last night's game, look at Kevin Durant. We're talking about arguably the greatest scorer to ever touch the damn basketball. Not involved in the offense. Okay, you want to take a couple nights back. Look at Kevin Durant again. And body language says it all. I understand sometimes you have to be a floor spacer, but look at his body language. Not being involved in the offense. This cannot happen if you're the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant, right? 4 points in the last 3-4 quarters in 28 minutes of action. We're talking about KD. We're talking about Kevin Durant, a certified bucket getter. That cannot happen, Wendy. That cannot happen, Malika. That cannot happen, Austin, if you're the Phoenix Suns and you're trying to make a push in the Western Conference.
I know you have been keyed in on Kevin Durant's role in all of this, and there have been so many issues that we have looked at with the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns in reality, not the Phoenix Suns on paper, including their fourth quarter issues, including whether or not a point guard is needed. They went out and got Isaiah Thomas. Does that mean that they're saying maybe there's something that they're trying to sort of backfill on that? What is their biggest issue to you, Brian?
They are the number 8 offensive team for the whole game, for the season. In the first quarter, they ranked 5th in offense, the studs that we thought they would be. In the fourth quarter, which you talk about beating a dead horse, but I can't get around this. In the fourth quarter, these Suns are 30th. 30th! Dead last in fourth quarter offense. And by the way, their fourth quarter defense ain't much better. This team gets boat raced in fourth quarter. I'm talking the difference between them at 30 and the team at 29, which is Miami, is the same difference between 29 and 8. That's how much of a difference and how bad they are in the fourth quarter. They can't survive being that bad in the fourth quarter. Now, look, there's obviously point guard is an issue. If you got a real point guard, you've played point guard in the NBA, Austin, you're going to make sure that Kevin Durant gets his hands on the ball. But that can't just be explained. It's obviously part of the issue. But here's the thing, Malika. You're talking about they've only played 29 games with their big three. That's fair. The last 14 games that those three guys have played together, they're 7-7.
Yeah.
So it's not happening, and that's extremely problematic since this roster is mostly locked in.
And my issue, to even piggyback on what you just said in terms of them having a point guard is they don't need to go find an all-star point guard. I just want them to have somebody just to organize. When I talk about, I always reference the Miami Heat when they had a big three. They have a point guard that people don't really talk about. He gets lost in the weeds a little bit. Mario Chalmers. He wasn't a guy that they had bringing up the ball to do pick and rolls. No, he got the ball in LeBron and Dwayne Wade's hand because they had Chris Bosh there.
Right.
But he hit spot shots, he played defense, and he just got them organized when they got a little bit sticky and ISO-y. He was kind of able to hold his own and have a voice. I feel like they need that. We saw how good the Suns were when they had Chris Paul. I understand he had to go. But I just feel like they need someone there to help organize these three. Because in the fourth quarter, we just see them pass it to one another, and they have to make magic on some ISO buckets.
But see, that is disturbing. That is disturbing. We're talking about a group of veterans. We're talking about Kevin Durant, a top, 10, 15, whatever you want to call him, greatest player of all time.
And the road does not get easy.
It's not, but we're talking about guys that are underrated playmakers. Kevin Durant, he mentioned a month ago about being in the GOAT conversation. You know how you take that leap of actually being in the GOAT conversation? Of actually being a leader on the floor. Go get the ball. I played with KD when he actually won the MVP. When Russ went out, go look at KD numbers. Yes, he was putting up buckets, but go look at the two-man game when he was playing the point forward. And him and Serge Ibaka was mastering that two-man game. And they were finding me on the dunker spot for easy buckets. Kevin Durant could do it. He got to want to do it.
I can say it one sentence. They miss Chris Paul.
It's as simple as that.
I wanna try to boast at what I look like. Put them down, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA, I'm a